All right, it is the 3rd of November, and we are going to talk this week about the holidays. So there is a bunch of stuff that you can do to help increase your sales for the holidays. First of all, keep talking to everybody. Ask them how you can help them. Do your customer care calls. Don't forget, those are definitely something we should be doing all the time anyway. We talked about the 25 contacts a week kind of thing. So definitely keep up with that. Also, a good thing to do is to pull the people who shopped with you last year and ask them if they want anything else for Christmas this year. You can go through the people who were at different vendor events, different shows. How are you doing? How is your item from last year? You can even bring that up if you have not contacted them since then. But you can also ask them if there's any Christmas needs you can help them with this year. So that's a good way to kind of start off with that. Along those lines, I wanted to show you what Pampered Chef has put together for us. This is actually, in my memory, the first year they've actually done discounted priced bundles just for Christmas. They've had Christmas items before, but I don't know that they've done these bundles like this before. And when April gets done doing what she's doing, she can add comments into that if that's the case. But I'm going to share my screen with you and show you the bundles that they've already put in place, because they're pretty cool, and it's definitely an easy thing to do to show people what's going on. So let me share my screen and get you guys over here. All right, so this is the marketing imagery site. Again, don't reinvent the wheel. They've done it. It's amazing. You can do posts, and we talked about doing our Canva and our picture posts. This one with the cookie molds done with the Jolly Ranchers and color where they light up are amazing. I'm not sure mine would turn out that way, but I'm anxious to try it. I'm going to. I think that's going to be a fun thing to do with the grandkids. So I'm going to get my granddaughter over and we're going to do those. But those are just holiday looking, so just do that, have fun with the kids, post pictures about that. And plus it shows a different way of doing it versus the whole gingerbread cookie thing. And I'm guessing these things might be a little more sturdy than trying to get the cookies to not crumble. Totally speaking off the cuff because I have not tried them, but just a thought. There are tons of pictures on here, as you can see, where they've got entertaining must-haves. There's one up here, holiday party, holiday gift sets. Okay, that one right here. You can just copy these or ready to just post. These are ready to go out there posts. And then scroll down a little further, and again, we've got the one with the Disney items on sale. It's time for people to start thinking of their kiddos. Those are great stocking stuffers, or just a gift itself. Gifts under $25 right there in the middle with the bar maker set and the brownie pan. Actually, the brownie pan is $25, so it's $25 and under. So make sure you market that correctly. If you bundle that up, if you have any of your old flyers from last year, those both have gone up in price. You got to make sure that in the scraper, you give yourself the right pricing on those. You've got gifts for the entertainer, for the baker, for the cook. All these are said, like I said, are ready to go. And then there's a series of 5, and these are the sets that we talked to you guys about a couple weeks back, where it has the set and it has the price it was and now what it is and the discount set. So you can post those too. The other thing I wanted to point out with this is it says gift ready in festive box on the top of each one of these. So each of these 5 bundles are going to come packaged as a gift, probably to the point where all you got to do is put a bow on it and a tag and it's good to go, unless you want to wrap it again. But some people don't like gift wrapping, and so that is a very big thing to mention, just in case they happen to be one of them that you're talking to. So all 5 of those have that banner. So the top one was up there. Here's the gift sets with the gingerbread house. What they call it, holiday gift set. So right there, that's the gingerbread house. The sheet pans, the wine set, and then the cookie lovers set. So those are fun to sit there and talk about. Here's another one, the best gifts for everyone on your list. And you guys look at these pics. They're just fun, simple, easy pics to post. Now this is not a gift set, but this is a way to talk up multiple products, and it's also just pretty. They did a good job with it. By the way, if y'all have the blender and you've not made that hot chocolate, you need to. That's to die for. All right, and then here's another one with the stockings, and those are just simple red and white stockings with tools in them. So stocking stuff for ideas. These are all $25 under. Okay, so there's a good thing to go with that. The brown sugar keepers, the can opener, the mix and chop. I can't tell you how many mix and chops I've sold as stocking stuffers. That is definitely a big one that's out there. So utilize marketing imagery, you guys. It's here for us. It's there for us to use in different posts, straight to a post, put it in Canva, add some words to it. Whatever you want to happen to do, by all means, go with that. The other thing I wanted to show you is the batter bowl is on special this month when they spend $80. So a way to stock up the batter bowls is that you can have them as a gift set. I'm waiting for this to load. Give it a second. There we go. So in different batter bowls, the small batter bowl or the large one, there are different mixes you can put together to show people. I would not make a ton of them up, like maybe one of each and take orders, just personally. That way you're not stuck with a bunch of ones that you have the mix in and you aren't going to be able to use. But here is a list, and I will post these files onto the Diggin Deeper group. There's the Celebration Cookie Mix, a Hearty Minestrone Soup Mix, a Cowboy Chili Mix, and a Batter Bowl Brownie Mix. So these things are where you have, I'll show a picture in just a second, where you have the ingredients layered in this bowl with a bow and a lid on it, of course, and that's your gift, and that gives people the batter bowl itself. They can get a scraper or a whisk or something to go with it, and then they have the recipe and all the ingredients as well. So it's really easy to put together. So that's the recipes. They have tags in here, and they print out to where you can fold them and use them, and that is the Celebration cookies. And it's got cookies. It's upside down, but I can't flip it right now. But it's got the cookies and all the different pieces that you can go with that. And there's multiple pages in here. There's a small page for each of them. So there's the soup, there's the brownies, etc. So this is like a tag and a recipe and everything all and done. And you can send this file to Office Max or Office Depot and get them to print it with their color printers, so it doesn't cost you as much. And then you can just cut it out when you're home, and it shows you how to cut it and fold it and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a no-brainer, no-thinker. And this is not personalized to anybody. This is ready for us to use. It does have our older logo on it, but not a big deal. In my opinion, not a big deal at all. If you want to, you can have our logo put on the envelope that you put in the package or something like that with the current logo. All right, holiday batter bowl tags. Again, a to, a from, and then the recipe. So just kind of depends on how you want to do this. This has got, there's the brownies, there's the cookies, there's the chili, and then there's the, and this has got a different one. This has got a Harvest pumpkin bread layer mix on this one. So yeah, so lots of fun, easy things to do. Again, I would probably make up a couple and show them wherever you're out and about, and or even post about them to take orders, and that way you're not stuck with a bunch of them full of stuff. That also keeps you from having to buy a bunch of batter bowls. So we all have a batter bowl sitting around in a lid, so if you sit there and do that, you're covered. You could even just do one of each. Most of these, I believe, they're a small batter bowl, which just makes sense. I'm about to sneeze, y'all. Hold on. Excuse me. All right. And then again, a different way to do the cards. They're just spread out.
Good that it's the small batter bowl, because that's the free gift with an $80 order this month. So
right.
That way, I'm running it that way too. And
right.
Then maybe
That's why I was
more.
talking about that one. Yeah, I mentioned that in the beginning, and that's a great way to get them to connect with that. And here's what you do with it. You have all these options for them to go. And that might even help them think, well, I'm already getting one for free, then I can get a couple more and complete my grocery list. Yeah, your shopping list. All right, so let me put that down, and then I'm going to show you a flyer. Okay. So this is a flyer that I created last year, and I went in and updated it because a couple of the items that were on it we do not have anymore. So I created this for current, and I'll put this out on the group without my information on it. But this is just a flyer you can hand out, you can post. It's a picture file, so it's not going to be like a publish or something you can't post yourself. And this is a fun thing you can even do to email to people. But one idea with this is to contact your local real estate offices or your bank offices and ask if you can help them with any of their gifting that they're doing for their employees. You have to do that soon because a lot of times they've already got that decided. pretty close to the early part of November. So if you want to do that, you need to go ahead and reach out and do that soon. And there's something on here at every price point. The pizza cutter and the stone are $50. Then it goes down from there. The egg cooker, $17. The scraper set, $32. So just a bunch of different ideas. Most sets are customizable. You can always create different sets for them. It can do different things. I mean, the popcorn popper is just the popcorn. You can make it a set by including a seasoning. The French toast seasoning with our popcorn is fantastic. It's a kind of like a low-cal kettle corn without all the sugar and everything added to it. So a very good option with that. Then I decided to go ahead and make one for you guys and for me with the sets that we just talked about. So here are the 5 sets that they've put together for us. And I grabbed each of those pictures so it has the pricing on there, and then it's got the Christmas gifts. So again, just a simple one-page flyer. Here's some things that we have going on. You can even print these too and put them in a page protector in your binder if you do that. I have all of my crew. This is just regular times. I've talked about this before. But my whole catalog is in a 3-ring binder in page protector sheets because they're really easy to use. And if they get gooey, I can wipe them down at the parties if you do like an in-person party. So I have that shopping flyer already in here, but I could very easily take these 2 flyers and print them out and put them in a page protector in the binder with everything else. And that way there's another shot for them to get a chance to see those bundles. The more you talk about it, the more people see it. The more people see it, the more they'll shop. You can't mention it to one group and expect lots and lots of sales from it. You have to talk about it. All right, the other thing that I wanted to show you, and I did not, I think I accidentally closed it, so give me a second here. There is another way to do a gift with the prep bowls, the individual prep bowls. Let me grab it real quick. So what you do is you go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or somebody close to you, and you grab the little jewelry bags. They're the little bitty tiny, they're like this size. I've got one with a battery in it. Actually, this is the little piece that came with our blender. So there's this size here, and that's probably about 3 inches by 2 inches. And then there's a smaller one. They've got lots of different smaller ones. So just get a small bag, Ziploc bag of this type at, like I said, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anybody who crafting type store. They're in the jewelry section usually. And then you take your batter bowl and you put a tablespoon of seasoning. And most often people use dill or like the Southwest seasoning. You can also do the smoky applewood rub. That's a great one to do that with. But you put 1 tablespoon of seasoning in that bag. I'll show you the picture again. And then you do half a cup of mayonnaise and half a cup of sour cream. Now you're not going to add that yourself, obviously. But what you're going to do is you're going to make up, everybody who has a 1 cup prep bowl most likely has the set of 6. So go ahead and make up 6 of them and put a pretty ribbon on it. Put the seasoning inside and a little piece of instruction that tells them how to mix it together. And you literally just put that half a cup of mayonnaise, half a cup of sour cream, and that 1 tablespoon of seasoning in that bowl, stir it around and mix it, and you have a dip. So it's a great, easy thing to do for teachers, coworkers, potlucks, gift exchanges, anything like that. When you break the set down of the bowls, I believe they are $26 now. It's $24 now. So 24, there's 6 of those. So you divide it, that's $4 a piece. You could charge $5 each, which will cover your seasoning. You're not gonna make a ton off of that, but you make some. But the whole idea is to help gifting and get some other customers in there and guests and help them with their shopping versus worrying too much about, hold on, somebody's got a chat comment. Oh yeah, the smoky applewood. Sharon, yeah, it's fantastic. You can add that to sour cream and mayonnaise. You can do that. And with that, you can dip into like a barbecue chip with it. You can do a regular plain potato chip. It's a really good one to do with that. You can actually mix that with a little bit of crushed peppercorn and garlic also. I wouldn't do a lot of the crushed peppercorn and garlic because the pepper pieces are kind of big, but the smoky applewood rub is one of our favorites to do. So yeah, so again, about $5, $5.50. You could even do 6 if you wanted to. Base it on your group and who you're talking to, but you want to make sure you at least cover yourself for the cost of the bowls and all that. And again, I would not order a whole huge set of bowls and then do this. I would actually just make up your set that you have at home, or borrow a couple from your recruiter or somebody on your team and have them on display and take orders. Great, easy thing to do at vendor events. And it's pretty. So I'm going to get some ribbons. This is not my picture. This is one that's been recirculating a couple of times. I'm going to get some pretty Christmas ribbons and mix them up for a pretty stack and put that on display for my vendor event next week. And take orders for it. A really easy thing to do for teachers. And it's something different. How many coffee mugs do you need? This is something that they can use for it. The little prep bowl itself can be used for lunches, leftovers, all those things. All right, so I know that was a bunch all at once. I also wanted to give you guys a chance to talk and yourself and let me know what you thought of, if you've had any that you've used in the past. And if you're watching this in replay, then I want you to comment. When I post the replay link on that same post, I want you to put your comments in of anything else that you have done before. That's how we get most of these ideas, is they come from somebody else who sends it to somebody else who sends it to somebody else. And there's lots of easy ways to do that. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing for a second and open it up. April and Sharon, do you guys have anything that you know of that you want to add?
No, I'm like a sponge soaking all this up. I do have a question for a future class.
I realized I was muted. I was blowing my nose. Go ahead, what?
Are we still going to go over the squee or whatever you call it at some point?
We can, yes, absolutely. We can do that. We can talk about it. We can revisit some Facebook questions too on Facebook virtual parties if we need to. Okay, so April, I know you're busy in the kitchen. So if you think of anything, you got 2 seconds. All right, you got any other items that you can think of that we haven't covered?
Not really. I'm trying to think of ideas to do, and we have done in the past a thing called 5 appetizers in 15 minutes or something like that, or 30 minutes.
Right.
I can't remember exactly what we called it or how long it was.
It was 5 and 15. You're correct.
This is a lot of the pantry stuff, where you use the oil and dip bread in it, or you mix in, make a dip like one of the ones you're talking about. And those are really popular right now. And I think you could probably do it pretty well as a virtual party too. To talk about it and share the recipes with it. They won't be able to taste it like they can at the live parties, but I think it's maybe something to revisit. And I'm wanting to do a charcuterie party. I have not done that. I'm a little worried about how expensive it will be with the meat and the cheese and everything for the ingredients. But, I think that it's certainly something that, people are curious about it. Now over here, when I say charcuterie, they look curious. I say that would be a meat and cheese tray in Arkansas. So, but with the meat,
it is a meat and cheese tray on steroids is what it is.
Yeah. But it's like, it's really neat with the new things that we have. And I'm really thinking I'm going to do some of that with the holidays coming up for ideas for having a inexpensive party, or, having a different kind of a party idea for people to learn how to do.
Okay. So it was 5 and 15. And if I remember correctly, it was one of the chocolate dips that we did with the 2-minute decadent dips. It was it was the salsa. It was the chili lime dip. It was the cream cheese with the sauce across it with crackers, like our raspberry habanero or the pineapple rum. And I cannot think of the 5th one.
Well, I did mine a little different from that. I would do like the garlic oil and have 2 different seasonings in it, like the bell pepper herb and the crushed peppercorn garlic in different bowls, and then have bread cubes for people to dip, because that's a lot like the Italian restaurants do. And then I would do like one of the rubs for a dip. And then I took the cream cheese and cut it on the diagonal and put the 2 long ends together and made it shape like a Christmas tree, and put the red habanero across it, and then made a star out of a yellow bell pepper and a green onion in the bottom for the trunk, and crackers around that side, so it looks like a Christmas tree. So that gives people an idea of a different way to do that. I did usually I would do one a little bit more complicated, like the brie, with the apples and craisins on top. So that, or the honey Dijon one. And that's not hard to do at all. And then brushed a little of the garlic oil on the bread. So I would do that. And then something cool for dessert that was easy. Like, you know, you could even do a lava cake, really. So
yeah, and
really
the great idea with that is if you use the garlic infused oil, just to give you guys different shout outs and ideas, that one itself is $14. The large bottle of seasonings are $7, and then the other ones are $6. So if you use multiple things like that, and those are something that people will reorder. And that garlic infused canola oil is fantastic. It is great.
I usually sell that to everybody that comes to one of those parties too.
Yeah, almost somebody will get one for sure, if not everybody. Yeah. So yeah, and the raspberry habanero and the pineapple rum sauces are easy, fun holiday items to talk about too. Yeah. So create a post with that or use them at a party. And virtually, you're right, you could do that, because what you could do is if you have an event coming up, or you could just do it for your family, you could make all those different appetizers, take a picture of each one, and then that could be part of your post. Or you can go live and demo one or two of those on your virtual party. So there's definitely room to play with that.
Yep.
All right.
Well, that's all I got, though. That's
okay. That's pretty much what I have too. Just work with your products and think about it. What would be something that you would want to do as a set? You know, what was something you could do to talk about if you're at an event where there's lots of kids? There's lots of kid sets. Take them and show them as a display, or sit there and talk about them. The apron and the gloves are a great set for the little guys. I'm trying to think of what else.
Those are only available in a set, I think, this season, right? I believe that's right, because
they're only available in a set period now. Yes.
And the hat is not available anymore because people are asking.
The hat is gone. The hat is gone.
I wish I had one, because I got somebody that wants one. So
I have one set left for my granddaughter. When she's old enough to wear it, she gets it. I've managed to keep one aside. I wish I had two with the hat included for the other granddaughter, but yeah, well, I might be able to find one out there somewhere. But think of things like that. You've got the cookie cutters. You could do a set of cookie cutters and a roll of cookie dough, and talk about that cookie dough. I think you can even find it most of the time at the dollar stores that have the refrigerator section. So you spend $1 on a roll of cookie dough and the set of cookie cutters, and you've got a fun gift like that. Just start thinking creative on those, and just start thinking of anything. The pretzel and set is another one to talk about. Kids love helping, and the pretzel set has everything you need for the kids to get involved. So there's a fun one with that, or even, you know, to send to them for their moms. Grandma can buy pretzel sets. All right, you guys, that's pretty much all I have. So if you have, again, when you're watching this in replay, pop on and underneath the replay link, post your different ideas. I will post these files that I mentioned to you in the group, and we will meet up next week and talk about something else. So you guys have a great week. Make sure you get out there and start your 25 two-way contacts. We can make this November rock out.
Thank you, Carol.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye.